Reports coming out of the Democratic Republic of Congo are sending shockwaves across the continent. In what has been described as a chilling and unprecedented twist in Congolese politics, a suspected plot to assassinate President Félix Tshisekedi has allegedly been foiled, triggering a political firestorm and prompting the dramatic arrest of some of the country's most powerful military figures. Yes, you heard that right. The very men charged with protecting the president are now being accused of plotting to take him out. But who exactly are these alleged conspirators? And what does this mean for the already fragile political and military balance in the DRC? Among those reportedly detained is none other than General Christian Chiwewe, the former chief of staff of the army until December 2024, and later a close presidential advisor. His arrest, according to sources within Tshisekedi's ruling party, the Union for Democracy and Social Progress, or UDPS, was followed closely by the shocking apprehension of Frank Ntumba, the head of the president's own security detail. Yes, the very man who was supposed to be guarding the president's life is now being held under suspicion of conspiring to end it. Allegedly, Chiwewe confessed to the plot during interrogation, and Ntumba's name reportedly surfaced in intelligence briefings months ago. So just how deep does this rabbit hole go? According to UDPS Secretary General Gaston Kabuya, this isn't just palace drama, it's a matter of national survival. In a fury addressed to party supporters that's now making the rounds on Congolese social media, Kabuya didn't mince his words.
On the day we arrested former Chief of Staff Christian Chiwewe, I heard people say, "You see, they've started arresting generals from a certain community." Let's be clear, when President Félix Tshisekedi promoted these generals, did he do so on behalf of their communities? But where does this discourse come from? Apparently, people do not see the gravity of this situation. Someone is sitting there thinking about how to kill the president, who is a father, a grandfather, the first institution of the republic, and no one is questioning him.
Powerful words, no doubt, but they've only added fuel to a fire that's already raging. Since the news broke, the DRC government has moved quickly to tighten national security. Key installations across Kinshasa are now under heavy guard. Surveillance on military personnel has reportedly doubled, and internal command structures are being quietly reshuffled to root out what officials describe as serious breaches of military discipline. But will this be enough to contain what could be a widening rift within the ranks? The plot thickens when you consider that this didn't all come from Congolese intelligence alone. Reports indicate that Israeli and American security agencies had warned President Tshisekedi earlier this year that something sinister was brewing within his inner circle. According to sources, it was during the World Economic Forum in Davos that Israeli-American businessman Moti Kahana personally handed Tshisekedi an envelope. Inside, a list of names allegedly involved in a coup attempt. Names that reportedly included none other than Frank Ntumba. Kahana, who has connections in both Tel Aviv and Washington, later told media outlets that he was aware of active interest in Congo and feared for the president's life. What does it say about Tshisekedi's security apparatus that foreign actors saw the threat before his own generals did? And just when you think it can't get more complicated, remember this. Just last year, 3 American citizens were caught and sentenced to death in Congo for taking part in a failed coup in May 2024. That's right, foreigners on Congolese soil allegedly trying to overthrow the government. Despite efforts from both the Biden and Trump camps to negotiate their release, the Congolese government has stood firm. What kind of message does that send? Clearly, someone out there wants Tshisekedi gone, and they are willing to cross borders to do it. But who exactly stands to gain from destabilizing Tshisekedi's presidency? That's the million-dollar question. Analysts are pointing fingers in multiple directions. Some say this might be the latest twist in the long simmering power struggle between Tshisekedi and his predecessor, Joseph Kabila. It is no secret that the two have had a tense relationship ever since Tshisekedi succeeded Kabila in 2019. While Kabila officially stepped down, he never really left the corridors of power. His influence over sections of the military and political establishment remains significant. Now, with generals getting arrested and the army's cohesion being tested, some analysts fear this could ignite open conflict between Tshisekedi's camp and loyalists from the Kabila era. Could this be the start of a shadow war between two rival presidents? Interestingly, Tshisekedi himself has remained mute on the entire saga. No national address, no fiery rebuke, not even a cryptic tweet. But insiders suggest that behind the scenes he is pushing for a major shakeup, one that could involve deep reforms in the armed forces, stricter oversight of military appointments, and a reshuffling of intelligence priorities. Is he preparing to clean house? And if so, how will the military respond? From a Pan-African perspective, this drama goes beyond the borders of Congo. It raises urgent questions about leadership, sovereignty, and the vulnerability of African presidents in an age of hybrid warfare and foreign meddling. If Tshisekedi, a sitting president with international backing and relatively stable support at home, can be this exposed, what about leaders in smaller or more fragile states? How do we, as Africans, confront the growing threat of internal betrayal and external manipulation? Then there is the matter of perspective. From Tshisekedi's point of view, these arrests were a bold move to protect the integrity of the state and his presidency. From the view of the arrested generals, perhaps they see themselves as scapegoats in a high-stakes political chess game. From the perspective of the DRC's general public, it's another episode in a long saga of instability, intrigue, and elite betrayal. And for the rest of Africa, it's a cautionary tale, one that underscores the need for vigilance, transparency, and unity in the face of both domestic and foreign threats. As this situation unfolds, one thing is clear. This is not business as usual in Kinshasa. The arrest of top-ranking generals, the silence of the president, and the whispers of coup plots delivered in envelopes from Davos paint a picture that is as murky as it is dangerous. Will Tshisekedi emerge stronger from this turmoil? Or are we witnessing the beginning of yet another chapter in Congo's long history of political upheaval? Only time will tell. But for now, all eyes remain on the DRC, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Your perspective matters. What do you make of the plot to assassinate DRC's Félix Tshisekedi and the subsequent detention of top military chiefs? Share your thoughts and insights in the comment section below. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to the New Africa channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our informative future videos. Stay informed, stay engaged, and thank you for watching.